Well, it's a minute until 7 o'clock, and I'm ready to give you as much music as I can give you before my CPU overheats. Uh, I've been able to get 30 or 45 minutes out of it, so you got a bunch of tunes coming up. I see I have somebody who's actually listening, and if you're checking in and you have access to your chat, just say howdy so I know who I'm playing for, and I do appreciate that a great deal. I'm going to start playing right at 7 o'clock. This weekend my shows will be at 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock on Saturdays and Sunday, and will not be the usual. I sometimes do an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, but in truth, my CPU is not holding up very well. It needs to be cleaned out of dust, and then it will not overheat. So I'll just go until I start to see a yellow line on my indicator, and that's 30 or 40 minutes worth of music, and I do hope you stick around and enjoy it. This is my second show on this Saturday, the 23rd, and I see the time has come, and all I'm going to do now is just play a lot of music. These are original songs. I was mixing originals with covers and traditional music before, but I have learned that YouTube is tracking covers, even though they're strange about how they do it. And if I have a cover in my show, I can't monetize the site. So there you go. Joel Grabois, how sweet it is to see your smiling name on my screen. I love you, dude. And here we go. This is a bunch of music I'm going to play until my CPU gives out, which has been 30 or 40 minutes. And here we go. I'm a shipwrecked man in a sea of trouble, watching the rain make crazy puzzles on the window pane. In a sea of rain, how do you stay dry? When I'm down, I go put on a record, even if I've heard that song too many times before. I play it one time more, it still makes me cry. She's gone, she left no note, no number to call. She's gone, and lately I ain't seen her at all again, and all I do is watch the rain. She's gone, she left no note, no number to call. She's gone, and lately I ain't seen her at all again, and all I do is watch the rain. Now if I were a bird, I'd fly above this rain cloud. Where the sun is shining, I'd be flying high. At least I'd try. Oh, if I were a bird, but I ain't. If you ain't heard, I'm just a shipwrecked man in a sea of trouble, watching the rain make crazy puzzles on the window pane. In a sea of rain, how do you stay dry? And that's the Shipwrecked Man from the Central Park Chic's Honeysuckle Rose. And I was their main songwriter, and that was the start-off song for the album, Honeysuckle Rose. Nice to see my friends here. My darling wife, Harvey Bojarski, tireless friend. Joel, how great to see you, buddy. Just going to do a lot of songs. My CPU has been overheating, so I just do as many songs as I can before I start to yellow line. Get about 30, 45 minutes of music worth in here. And I'll just keep moving forward, because less talk and more music is a better show. This is a tune called The Sad Spanish Man and the Beautiful Indian Girl. Well, I've just come down to tell you about some music that I've heard. It's the band that plays on weekends down at Eddie's Crossroads Bar. They live out behind the diner in a bus that's up on blocks. If they ever get it rolling, I believe that they'll go far. And their leader is Alexander with his double neck guitar, who comes from Spain by way of San Francisco. And his girlfriend is Elena from the hills of Bogota. When he met her, she was dancing in a disco. And the name of the band is The Sad Spanish Man and the Beautiful Indian Girl. Now their drummer is Matsui. He's a Japanese Hawaiian. He grew up playing country blues in Memphis, Tennessee. He drops his one right on the bar and then he kicks the 2 and 4. And sometimes you can find him with a banjo on his knee. And there's Jazzy Jan from Amsterdam, who fills in all the leads on the saxophone, sitar, and balalaika. And Brooklyn Bob's the sound man, he's the master of the mix. He could put a shine on 1956 Formica. Now these are the pieces that make up their sound and the people that make up their world. The name of the band is The Sad Spanish Man and the Beautiful Indian Girl. Now Eddie tries to manage them, but he doesn't have a clue about the market niche where he throw in some mariachi and a lick of folky funk, and your mama and your papa's rock and roll. It's a crazy quilt pattern, kaleidoscope, rainbow design on the flag they unfurl. The name of the band is The Sad Spanish Man and the Beautiful Indian Girl. They've got lyrics like the Beatles, they've got lyrics like the Dead, they've got lyrics like the Kingsmen where you're not sure what they said. Oh, but when they start to harmonize, all the angels shut their mouth. Oh, it's all about the unity of North, East, West, and South. These are the pieces that make up their sound and the people that make up their world. The name of the band is The Sad Spanish Man and the Beautiful Indian Girl. It's a crazy quilt pattern, kaleidoscope, rainbow design on the flag they unfurl. And the name of the band is The Sad Spanish Man and the Beautiful Indian Girl. That's The Sad Spanish Man and the Beautiful Indian Girl from my album released in 2000 called The Big Wide Album. And that's a song about cultural diversity. Ooh. And there you go. The next tune I'm going to do is a much more recent tune. I wrote it about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. The time just seems to go by these days. And this is a bossa nova of sorts, and I hope you enjoy it. It's called Now Is Forever. The past is lost, the future is never. Oh, but now is forever. And all of those golden moments that were your treasure have fallen away like dreams. Now is forever. The wheels of days and years are constantly spinning. The ending was written before the very beginning. past is lost, the future is never. Oh, but now is forever. The wheels of days and years are constantly spinning. The ending was written before the very beginning. The past is lost, the future is never. Oh, but now is forever. A sort of bossa nova for my audience. What a nice audience I have. It's just a pleasure to be playing for you on this Saturday the 23rd night. In our newly liberated land, we no longer have the orange menace dangling over our heads, making everything about our lives unpleasant. I'm sure that the world will yield us more unpleasantness, but I'm also sure that as friends and loving people, we will overcome all of that bullshit and turn the 21st century into a better time. My personal thought. This is a love song. I wrote this just a few years ago, and I hope you enjoy it. And as I say, I'm doing a lot of songs in very little time, and from time to time I will check the thermometer on my computer, because if it starts to yellow line, that's when I have to start folding it up. I get about 30 or 40 minutes of music out, and this next tune is called New Again. Morning comes to touch the sky and to wake the sleeping world, to hang the dew upon the blades of grass like strings of pearls. I rise up from my sleep to find you laying by my side, clinging to your last of dreams and breathing like the tide. I won't wake you, I'll just wait and hold you in my eyes, peaceful as a ship of clouds that sails the crystal skies. I'll go and put the kettle on just to make our morning brew. If you were the first to rise, I know that's what you do. If there's ever been a sweeter day, I swear I don't know when. Since you came into my life, it's all been new again. All those years I spent alone, just watching time slip by, filling up with emptiness and taking love to be light, filling pages up with words, just to make our broken song. never knowing you were somewhere waiting all along. Now there's never been a sweeter day, my lover and my friend, since you chose to take this road. It's all been true again. Morning comes to touch the hills and to wake the sleeping rose, throwing diamonds on the river so it flashes as it flows. This world is lovely, it can't be denied, you know that's true. Twice as lovely with two pairs of eyes to see it through. If there's ever been a sweeter day, I swear I don't know when, since you chose to take this road. It's all been true again. And that's new again, true again. I'm so glad that you folks are visiting with me. I got my friends here with me, and that's nice. This gives me a purpose in life to do songs for you. I'm doing mostly, in fact, except for one thing on my list here, all original songs, just because they can't penalize me for that here at YouTube, unless some other person hears them and steals the song, and that's the way that goes. But it doesn't really matter too much. Spent some time in Key West. This is my song about Key West. It doesn't involve drinking beer or getting tattoos in the middle of the night. It's about what a pretty place that place was. So Joel, so much to remember. That's where I met you. And this is a tune about the nicest things that you can find there. Now the sun is going down and the tide is coming down, and the breeze that rises on the twilight feels so cool against my skin. Sea breeze, pretty clouds are drifting through the sky. They are lifted up and floating on the instant I find you standing by my side. Come with me, we're flying on a sea breeze. Seagulls hang suspended as they turn into the wind. Take my hand, my darling, make this moment never end. Well, the sailboats race across the waves, leaving wakes of diamond lace. And the day moon hides behind the blue sky to remind me of my lover's face. Sea breeze, pretty clouds are drifting through the sky. lifted up and floating on the instant. I find you standing by my side. Won't you come with me? We're flying on a sea breeze. Seagulls hang suspended as they turn into the wind. Won't you take my hand, my darling, make this moment never end. Sea breeze, pretty clouds are drifting through the sky, lifted up and floating on the instant. I find you standing by my side. Oh, won't you come with me? We're flying on a sea breeze. Seagulls hang suspended as they turn into the wind. Take my hand, my darling, make this moment never end. Now the sun is going down again, and this time the tide is going out. And these turnings and returnings, oh, they are what this life is all about. Sea breeze, pretty clouds are drifting through the sky. They are lifted up and floating on the instant. I find you standing by my side. Won't you come with me? We're flying on a sea breeze. Seagulls hang suspended as they turn into the wind. Won't you take my hand, my darling, make this moment never end. That's a sea breeze. Make this moment never end. Checking the temperature. We're still doing just fine. And I might get more than a half an hour of my music in, and that makes me happy. So I keep on entertaining you here. All right, here's a. I can't do covers, so I'm going to do a traditional song instead. Now this song goes back to the 1870s, and this song has the distinction of being the longest lasting hit in the pop music industry. This song became a hit at a time when it was all about sheet music, and it continued to be a hit right up into the 1920s. So we're talking 50 years. Everybody knew this song. My mother used to sing this song while she danced around the house, cleaning the place up and smoking cigarettes. And this is Golden Slippers. Now my golden slippers have been laid away, and they won't come back till the wedding day. And my long white coat that I love so well, gonna wear it in the chariot in the morning. And the long white coat I bought last June, gonna put it away, cause if it's too soon. And the old gray mare I used to drive, gonna hitch it to the chariot in the morning. Oh, them golden slippers, oh, them golden slippers I'm gonna wear, cause they look so neat. Oh, them golden slippers, oh, them golden slippers I'm gonna wear to walk on the golden street. My old banjo hangs on the wall, and it ain't been tuned since late last fall. Oh, and everybody says we're gonna have a good time when we ride that chariot in the morning. There'll be Brother Bill and his sister Luce. Telegraph a message to my Uncle Bacadous about the sweet camp meeting we will have that day when we ride that chariot in the morning. Oh, them golden slippers, oh, them golden slippers I'm gonna wear, cause they look so neat. Oh, them golden slippers, oh, Them golden slippers I'm gonna wear to walk on the golden street. Well, it's goodbye, children, I've got to go where the rain don't fall and the wind don't blow. Your golden slippers, you must wear them when you ride that chariot in the morning. And your golden slippers should be sticky. Your age should be just a sweet 16. And the kid white gloves, you should wear them when you ride that chariot in the morning. Oh, them golden slippers, oh, them golden slippers I'm gonna wear to walk on the golden street. Oh, them golden slippers, oh, them golden slippers I'm gonna wear to walk on the golden street. Them golden slippers I'm gonna wear to walk on the golden street. And I'm doing good on time, and the temperature of my computer is still pretty darn good. As if you know, if you've been following my shows, I often do hour and a half, 2 hours of music and get a big, huge audience. But recently the computer's been screwing up and overheating, and I can't let it burn out because I make my living from this computer. So I'm doing shorter shows, 30, 40 minutes, something like that. And if you have a request or something, get it in now, because God knows when I go to the yellow line and I have to cut the thing out. This next tune comes from an upcoming album of mine, which will be produced and released in... what did I do with my capo? My wife is laughing. What did I do with my... And then the next thing that I say. Well, I guess I'm not going to do that song because I don't know where my capo is. So I'll do another song instead. That's how funny how it all... Oh! It's like looking for your glasses when they're on your head. This tune is being produced right now by myself and Dan Simpson of Private Ear Studios in Key West on an album to be released in the next few months called Swimming in Falling Water. And you can find all of my music at bandcamp.com. After all this time, do I have to tell you I'm not guilty of the crimes you accuse me of? What do I have to do to win back your love? If I had to do it all again, would I even be just one whit wiser? Oh, probably not. You have to live with what you've got. My hands are empty now, and I'm really not too sure just how we'll ever make amends. Is this the way our story ends? Lovers once, now barely friends. If you ask me why, well, I guess I'd have to try some awkward alibi you disabuse me of. What do I have to do to win back your love? My eyes are open wide, still I cannot see inside your guarded space. If you won't turn to face me, if I had to do it all again, would I even be just one whit wiser? Probably not. You have to live with what you got. What do I have to do to win back your love? Why did I have to go and put myself above you? Darling, what do I have to do to win back your love? Why did I have to go and put myself above you, darling? Win back your love. So watch for that recording to be released on Bandcamp, produced by engineer extraordinaire Dan Simpson, and can't go wrong. If he's the man at the controls, you know it's always going to sound really, really good. And we made a beautiful, beautiful mix of that song just a few weeks ago. That album will be released sometime in the next couple of months. Swimming in Falling Water, which you can find at bandcamp.com. You can find https://bertlee.bandcamp.com, and there you will find a huge selection of all my tunes, which I hope you listen to and enjoy. And if anyone's hanging out here but they haven't said hello, say hello. My time may be short in this world. It depends on the heating up of my CPU. So far, so good. And I'm going to do a tune now that was by Django Reinhardt, Stefan Grappelli, and Bert Lee. They don't know that I wrote the lyrics to this song. They can't know. Unless I'm all wrong in my philosophy of life, because basically speaking, they're dead. But the music comes from Django and Stefan, and the lyrics come from me, and the song is called Daphne, and I do hope you enjoy it. Well, it's springtime on the Champs-Élysées, little breeze stirring in the trees, listening to the birds and bees and thinking about my Daphne. You can keep your Spanish ladies, your Frauleins and your Rose O'Grady's. I'm as happy as a man can be just to have my Daphne. She's an eyeful, my oh my, you know she makes me want to flap and fly. Un, deux, trois. Can, man oh man. There is nothing sweeter than her kisses, just like sips of wine. When she says she's mine, all mine, you know she leaves me speechless as a mime. And I'm crazy about my Daphne. Hot guitar. Daphne. There's more to it than that, but I'm into moving forward. It's a long arrangement, and my temperature's going up. There we are. Don't know quite what to do next here. Let's switch to something a little different than all of that. This is a tune called Moonlight Palomino. Rattlesnake waits in the shadow of a rock. Field mouse hides from the eyes of a hawk. Cactus stands like a statue of a man. Him and me and my horse named Dan on a dusty road. Indian watching from a switchback ridge. Ghost riders running up a cloudy bridge. Twilight stealing in a corner of the sky. Riding along, thinking by and by I'll put down my load. Give me sweet fresh water now, and give me a cool, cool breeze. Let me lay my head down in a grove of shady trees. I want a big white house with a pretty little wife inside, and a moonlight palomino I can ride. Jackrabbit runs from the scattering stones. Blackbird cries to rattle your bones. Cow skull laying by a watering hole. Don't drink there, you're gonna lose your soul in the burning sun. I left my home and I can't go back. Wildflower growing in a wagon wheel track. Dry wind coming down from the hills, looking for a place a waterfall spills when the day is done. Give me sweet fresh water and give me a cool, cool breeze. Let me lay my head down in a grove of shady trees. I want a big white house with a pretty little wife inside, and a moonlight palomino I can ride. It's a Yamaha FG series Woody. Best affordable guitar on the market. Riding on a northbound train, leave the south behind. Rolling through the blue-gray dawn, and I feel the past unwind. Hills and valleys, streets and alleys, little towns all in a row. People I may never meet, in places I may never go. Sometimes feel just like a gambler, gonna watch my fortunes break. Or just like some weary rambler, just wondering which fork to take. Got my backpack and my guitar, pocket change to pay my way. I bought myself a one-way fare. I'm going home and there I'll stay. Living up to what I said I'd do. Girl, you know I'm coming home to you. Play it, fingers. I'll play some changes while I'm rolling, looking for the words to sing. Take my rhythm from the train tracks, and I wonder what the muse will bring. Fellow travelers on this night car, asking me what songs I play. They sometimes strike a harmony as we pass the rattling miles away. Living up to what I said I'd do. Oh girl, you know I'm coming home to you. Living up the games I tried to play. Coming home to you, and there I'll stay. Riding on a northbound train. leave the South behind. Riding through the blue-gray dawn, and I feel the past unwind. Ooh-hoo, ooh-hoo, ooh-hoo. The train comes to a stop. Coming home. The Northbound Train. Let's see how the temperature in my computer is doing. So far, so good. We've gotten up to 740. You're getting a good chunk of music from you. I welcome you, whoever's in my audience now currently. Say hi if you're dropping in. Nice to see you, Woody. I hope things are going well in your quadrant. And this is a different kind of song. And this particular song is, people say I was channeling John Lennon. This song was on an album of mine called The Girl in the Golden Atom. The intent was to write an album like a Beatle album. Not that I could sound like the Beatles, because I can't, and I don't want to, but because every one of their songs on their albums were different than the song before it and different from any song you ever heard before. And I love that in songwriters. They don't find a hit and copy it forever. That changed after the Beatles. Very few people went that way. Paul Simon kept going that way. There's a tune written right around the time of 9/11. Monsters are all very scary. Monsters are easy to fake. When people are cruel to each other, it's really much harder to take. And the things we allow to control us should be subject to careful review. You've got monsters inside, monsters inside, monsters inside of you. Children look up from the games you play to the life that they want you to live. They'll never explain all the rules to you or how much they expect you to give. And the things you will do just to get by may all come as a wonder to you. There's a stranger inside me and a stranger inside of you. Don't be afraid, don't be surprised. See the stranger in your eyes. Don't you worry what to do. It's only life, it's only you. How many times did you wake up just to find you were still in the dream? The moments of light, the feelings of love flow by like a silvery stream. And the person you see in the mirror should be someone you're happy to be. There's angels inside you, angels inside of me. Don't be afraid, don't be surprised. See the angels in your eyes. Don't be frightened if you should fall. It's only love, and love is all. And there you go, that's that song. And you think I'd learn my lessons in life, but I never do. After I released that album on CD Baby, it actually sold a lot of copies, and they convinced me to go digital. And after that, thousands of people downloaded the songs, and off the copies I sold initially to CD Baby, I made, some nice pocket change. The thousands and thousands of downloads of those songs made me 47 cents over 3 years. So there's, if you like my music, go to bandcamp.com. There, if you buy a tune, download an album, I get most of the proceeds, and that's a very, very kind thing that they do there. And see how my heating in my computer is. Oh my gosh, I may get a full hour of music for you out of all of this, and I hope you're enjoying yourself. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Always a pleasure to play for you, for my friends and strangers that might drop in. Not as much of that as I'd like, but you know how it is with folks. They want to go to what they're familiar with, and I guess I don't blame them. This is a fairly new song. In this world of trouble, child, everyone has grown up wild, and sometimes I think there's nothing that can save us. We turned our backs on one another, turned away from earth, our mother, and squandered all the riches that she gave us. In every town and village, deep into the night, in their beds the restless sleepers are turning. Down along the waterways and on the city walls, now the nightmen work to keep the watchfires burning. Little darling, don't you have no fear, don't you worry now, 'cause I'll be here. Sure as the white dove that spreads her wings to rise to the light that the morning brings, as sure as the changing of the moon, darling, soon. Soon your tears be over, darling, soon. Soon your tears be over, darling. In this world of hate and war, it's hard to know just who you are, or if there's something greater you belong to. Is there someone who will take your hand and try to help you to understand, or only someone you can sing your broken song to? Sailors on the ocean praying for the sight of land, oh, how they look up to find the lighthouse angels sweeping. Babies in the cradle on the wings of lullaby, sweet sister, hold her safely in your keeping. Little darling, don't you have no fear, don't you worry now, 'cause I'll be here. As sure as the white dove that spreads her wings to rise to the light that the morning brings, as sure as the changing of the moon, darling, soon. Soon your tears be over, darling, soon. Soon your tears be over. Soon your tears be over, darling, soon. Soon your tears be over, darling, soon. Darling, soon. Soon your tears be over, darling, soon. Temperature of my computer, very, very nice. I can keep on playing. I might get a whole hour of music in, and that makes me very happy. And it makes me very happy that I have people visiting me. If you're hanging in there and you have access to my chat, say hi so I'll know who I'm playing for. And I will move right along to some that was a very recent song, and that's also going to be on Swimming in Falling Water, produced by myself and Dan Simpson, engineer extraordinaire. And this next tune is from Salt for Silver, another album you can find on Bandcamp. And here goes. My grandpa was a grifter, a gambler and a heel. He snuck around from town to town and he dealt a dirty deal. He went out in the wild world to steal what he could steal. And you know he stole a fortune, but the money wasn't real. No, the money wasn't real. Funny how it was, you know now the money wasn't real. He set out as a bandit, he came back empty-handed. He should have been a rich man, but the money wasn't real. Now the Pharaoh was a miser, his story has been told. He had 10,000 workers build a pyramid to hold all his statues and his trappings and his caskets and his gold. You know he wanted to have everything, but all he got was old, 'cause none of it was real. Funny how it was, you know now none of it was real. His monument so grand just got covered up by sand. He's just another mummy, man, 'cause none of it was real. A poor man buys a loaf of bread and he shares it and it's gone. A rich man wrecks his portion, yet his wealth keeps rolling on. And the good things that you've said and done are nothing you can pawn. 'Cause when you're in the underclass, you're always overdrawn, 'cause the money isn't real. Funny how it is, you know now the money isn't real. You can follow all the rules made by idiots for fools, and you think you'll get your just reward, but you won't. You won't pick up a penny, you might spare a dime. A dollar buys a pretty meager way to waste your time. A C-note gets you groceries and a grand might buy a thrill. You might rake in a shitload and still not get your fill. I live in America, a country built on greed, and I suppose that's not a bad thing if you just take what you need. But it seems everyone's afflicted by a hunger to exceed. Why should one man have a billion when there's a million mouths to feed? 'Cause the money isn't real. Funny how it is, you know now the money isn't real. You can burn it, you can earn it, oh, but in the end you'll learn that it all amounts to nothing. This is the part where I talk. I bought me some insurance, just in case I pass away. I've heard that could happen, and who am I to say? I might live forever, and they'd never have to pay. Shit, who would be the loser then if it all turned out that way? 'Cause the money isn't real. Funny how it is, you know now the money isn't real. You can spend it, you can lend it, oh, but you'll find that in the end it all amounts to nothing. Yes, it's funny how it all amounts to nothing. So funny how it all amounts to nothing, 'cause the money isn't. The money isn't real. I still have a nice fat audience. If you're here and you're hanging out and you have access to chat, say hello. I usually, these days, have been doing shorter sets. This might be my last song because I see the line rising up in the heating of my computer. I'm trying to preserve my CPU by not overheating it. But it looks like I'm getting in nearly an entire hour of music tonight, and I do appreciate your presence. That stuff you see down there at the bottom of the screen, if you were a regular at my shows, you know what that means, and you've all been utterly generous, and I appreciate that. And those of you that have dropped some money into that little virtual tip jar, put some more energy into helping me expand my audience instead of that. But those of you that are new to me, please understand this is the way musicians are making money these days when all the clubs are shut down. So if you have friends who are musicians, even if you don't tip me, tip one of them, tip the one you like the most. Make us feel like we have a function in life. We do. We play music for you, and that's exactly what we do. And I'm going to move along now. Let me take a look first off at the temperature in my computer. Okay, that actually is it. I have just gone to the yellow line, And so it's very appropriate. I nearly got an hour of music out of it tonight, which makes me very happy. If you've been here, if you've enjoyed what I do, thank you so much. You can find my books, which you might enjoy a great deal, at Amazon.com. Dead Man's Coat, The Spindrift Factor, currently out. The White Gallery, shortly to emerge, and Searching for a Reasonable God. Not long after that, I'll have 4 books up there, but you might really find Dead Man's Coat a very enjoyable read. Many people have liked it, and I'd love you to try to read it too. And it's the story of my grandfather, and it's an interesting tale. And aside from all of that, thank you for hanging out with me, listening to my music, and I wish you all the grace of kindness and goodness in your lives. The hard times are hard. Some of the bad stuff just disappeared magically. It flew away in a helicopter this week, and with any luck at all, we'll all be pulling together a little better in the near future. So I love you all. I thank you all for being here. God bless you. And I am signing out in just a moment. And meanwhile, I'm just going to kind of leave the support page up for you there. And thank you for visiting. Help me if you can. And there's many ways to help me. One of the ways is just to simply tell people that I'm good and they should come and listen to my show, because there are people here on YouTube that make millions of dollars for nothing much at all. And I think what I have to offer is something much at all. So that's all I got to say. Bless you all. Be kind to one another. Be good to yourselves. See you next time around.